Hi everybody, it's Cassie from Cassie Talks, and I am back on today. I have had a little meet and greet with the Divine, and they said, okay, are you done? Are you done talking about your stupid bullshit story and we can move on and do this? Yeah, I'm done. Let's do this. So I thought they want me to tell stories of things that happened in my life and my adventures, whatever, Cassie's Magical Mystery Tour. So that's what I'm going to do. A quick update. I'm still at my sister and my brother-in-law's, which is very wonderful. And this weekend I will be staying at a friend's who has broken her wrist. And actually, she's a friend of my mom's who... we used to call them the Three Musketeers. It was my mom and another girlfriend in her, and she lost both of her two friends within a couple of months of each other. So she's kind of solo, and she kind of runs the Georgetown Garden Tour. So I'm going to go help her do that. And because she was wonderful to my mom, and she was wonderful to their other friend, Mary, and it's just a shame that she had to lose two people like that so close. So anyway, that is where the Divine is leading me right now. But I thought I would come on here and, they keep telling me to tell my stories of my adventures. So I thought I would come on and tell my story of when I went to New Orleans. So for some reason in this head of mine, New Orleans was a beach town. It was on the ocean. And I mean, I knew Bourbon Street. I knew how all the houses looked. I was very excited to experience it. Go down to the French Quarters. I don't know why in my head I was at a beach town. I have no idea. But I don't have any idea. It just goes to show you that you have these visions in your head of what something should be and all of that, and then you experience it. It's nothing like that. So I'm not even sure what the damn water is that it's on. I do know you go over bridges to get to it, and really cool, really low bridges that are almost like the Key West bridges. And if you haven't experienced them, then you don't understand what I'm saying either. But I have. So, but they're much lower, and they're just over the waterways the entire time. And there's actually houses that almost look like they're sitting in the water. I don't know. Is that the bayou? I have no idea. But I just know that you can't get to some of these houses unless you have a boat. And I can't imagine what the mosquitoes are like there. I just can't even imagine, nor do I want to. But those must be the people that are killing the gators and selling all the gator stuff. I don't know. But anyway, I was very excited to experience New Orleans. So here is my oceanfront New Orleans experience. I get there and I am staying in a hotel. And so I unload my stuff and I'm going to go park into their garage. And I'm pulling into their garage and the sign says $30 a day to park. Well, come on. That's like getting a hotel for your car. So me being the cheapo that I am, I'm not paying $30 to park my car. I'm going to go find a cheaper hotel. So, I mean, a cheaper garage. So I drive around and I find one that's $7 cheaper. And it's about the cheapest one in the area. So I feel like I've won. I've saved $7 and I'm the big winner. So I park my car and I park her all the way up on the top where I can, from my hotel room, I know I can actually see her in the distance. And very proud of myself that I saved $7 and I walked a couple of blocks back to my hotel. And I'm sitting there talking with this woman, and I wrote about this on my Instagram page, where you can look up that story. But anyway, we did a map, and I believe I was right on Rupert. I want to say Rupert. That might not be the right name for it, but anyway, to get from the hotel down to the French Quarter, we created this map, and one was the red light district, one was the yellow light district, and one was the green light district. And the red light was pretty much, and I quote, she said, they'll get you there. We're talking 10 blocks the entire time. So I can't even believe that's what she's saying. And then you get down to the yellow district, and she's like, it's getting better. You can kind of blend in a little bit. Just stay focused. And then you get down to the green light district, and everything's great. So I said, okay, so I'm going to just walk down these. And she goes, oh, no, you're going to get an Uber from here. I said, I am not getting an Uber to walk 2 blocks down and 2 blocks over, or 2 blocks over and 2 blocks down to get to, a streetcar named Desire, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, so I said, I just saved $7 in the parking garage, and I'm not going to spend it on an Uber. I'm going to walk it. So okay. So we've created this little map, which is pretty funny. But anyway, so I go to leave the hotel room, and it is sketchy. This street, Rupert, I think, or whatever. It's scary. So I just walked really fast with a lot of purpose, and I kept looking at my watch like somebody was meeting me, and I'm running late. So I don't know if it worked, but nobody bothered me. So I trucked it through that, and I get down to the yellow district, and I change my tactics, and I start scooching in with groups, sitting in the behind, kind of looking like I'm part of it, but floating around with them and everything, until you get the look of you don't belong here. So you start feeling a little bit like a stalker at that point. And then you get down to the green light district, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's the ocean front property. Again, I have no idea. And it's really cool. Bourbon Street was closed because they were digging up all the pipes, and figures my luck, I'm there for a day and Bourbon Street is closed. And they said a lot of people were like, it's pretty much a tourist trap anyway, just whatever. But they had a lot of cool shops and a lot of cool things, and definitely could spend a very long weekend there. But so I get down, and I'm talking to this one woman, because I didn't know how long I was going to stay. And I'm talking to this one woman who apparently has Airbnbs, and she does tours, and she's in this little booth, and we're having this great conversation. And I said, since I have my car, I would like to go where Katrina hit, and to see what's happened, if there's still damage and still this. And she says, oh no, you're not allowed to go there. They're tired of people driving around and just stalking them and staring at them and whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, I get that. I wouldn't want cars driving by. And I said, but I would have liked to have written something about it, and to have seen if they're being taken care of or not. So, but I totally got it. So I leave her after this whatever conversation, and I'm going down, and there's tour things everywhere. I mean, there is boat and car and bike and buggy, and there's a tour for everything. And so I'm reading the tour list, and I get down to the bottom of it, and it says tour where Katrina hit. Like, oh my God. So I'm not allowed to drive through it, but they'll do a tour. But then I thought, well, you know what? If they're actually getting the money and making money off of it, and it's helping them, then more power to them. But I never got to see it, which was a shame. I would like to know that it's been a long time. These people should be in their own homes, and they shouldn't be still doing tours. It should be nice. And that might be what the tour is how great it is. But, again, back to I don't think I would still want people driving by on a tour bus to see what, again, I don't know. I'm in a beachfront community. Anyway, so I never got to see that area. And then I'm heading back, and I went back to the hotel and then I stopped and had my New Orleans meal, which was jambalaya. And I call myself a cheating vegetarian. So when in Rome, I had to have this this New Orleans meal. So I had jambalaya with chicken and sausage and shrimp in it. And I got bit by the Lone Star tick years ago, and I've been allergic to beef ever since. And when you eat the beef, it's like 4 or 5 hours later, it hits you. It could even be later than that. It's whenever your body breaks down the sugars from the beef is what breaks you out. And I guess it's what this tick has put this poison into you to make that happen. And some people are allergic to every kind of meat out there. Luckily, mine has just been with beef. But made becoming a vegetarian and a cheater of it much easier, because when you don't eat it, you don't want it. But anyway, so I have my jambalaya, and I get back to the hotel room, and it's probably like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and it starts with your ears and your head, and you start itching, and I'm like, oh my God, there was beef juice in somewhere in my jambalaya. And I'm looking all over my hotel room for my Benadryl, and I can't find my Benadryl and this and that. And I happen to look up and look out the window at my car, Precious, that's all the way in the distance. And I thought, oh my God, that's where my Benadryl is. And sure enough, 3 o'clock in the morning, I have to go and walk. And it's probably like 6 or 7 flights up, and there's no elevator. It's one of the walking stair ones, which is probably why I saved the $7. And in a sketch part of town, just to get my Benadryl. So the moral of the story is, go experience these things, because the picture that you have in your head is, I'm pretty sure, guaranteeing you that it's nothing that what you will experience. And if you ever go to New Orleans, don't take a car. And if you do, park your damn car in the hotel. Don't worry about saving the $7. All right, everybody, that is my my New Orleans story, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Peace and love, everybody. Okay, bye-bye. Have a great week.